The Federal style is a type of architecture that was popular in the United States between 1780 and 1840. It was named after the Federalist Party, which was in power during this time. The style was characterized by its simplicity, symmetry, and use of classical motifs. Federal-style buildings can be found all over the United States, but they are most commonly found in the Northeast. The Federal style emerged in the aftermath of the American Revolution. As the new country looked to establish a national identity, architects turned to the classical architecture of ancient Greece and Rome for inspiration. The style was also influenced by the work of the Scottish architect Robert Adam, who had popularized the use of classical motifs in his designs. The Federal style was particularly popular in the Northeast, where many of the country's wealthiest and most influential families lived. These families wanted to create grand homes that reflected their status and sophistication, and the Federal style provided the perfect aesthetic for this. The Federal style was also influenced by the work of the French architect Charles Percier, whose book Recueil de Décorations Intérieures became popular in the United States. Percier's work emphasized simplicity, symmetry, and the use of classical motifs, all hallmarks of the Federal style. The Federal style is characterized by its simplicity, symmetry, and use of classical motifs. The style is often associated with Neoclassicism, a movement that sought to revive the classical architecture of ancient Greece and Rome. One of the most distinctive features of the Federal style is the use of the fanlight, a semicircular or oval window with radiating spokes that is often found above the front door. Other common features of Federal-style buildings include tall, thin windows with small panes of glass, decorative cornices, and pilasters or columns that are often used to frame the entrance. Federal-style buildings are typically 2 or 3 stories tall, with a rectangular or square floor plan. The interiors are often marked by high ceilings, large windows, and elegant plasterwork. Some of the most famous examples of Federal-style architecture can be found in Boston, which was a hub of Federalist activity during the late 18th and early 19th centuries. The Harrison Gray Otis House, built in 1796, is a prime example of the style. It features a symmetrical facade with a central entrance, pilasters, and a fanlight above the door. Another famous example is the Massachusetts State House, which was completed in 1798. The building features a massive dome that is topped by a statue of a Native American warrior, symbolizing the state's proud heritage. In New York City, the Federal style can be seen in buildings such as the Merchants House Museum, built in 1832. The building features a symmetrical facade with a central entrance, pilasters, and a fanlight. The White House in Washington, D.C. is also an example of Federal-style architecture. The building was originally designed by James Hoban and completed in 1800. The building features a symmetrical facade with a central entrance, pilasters, and a fanlight. The future of Federal-style architecture, despite the fact that Federal-style architecture is over 200 years old, it continues to inspire architects and designers today. Many contemporary architects have taken inspiration from the simplicity and elegance of Federal-style buildings, incorporating some of its classical motifs into their work. The Federal style has also been adapted for more modern uses, such as office buildings and apartments. Today, there are many buildings that incorporate elements of Federal-style architecture, whether in their facades, interiors, or both. The Federal style is a classic example of American architecture, one that has stood the test of time. Its simplicity, symmetry, and use of classical motifs continue to inspire architects and designers today, and its legacy can be seen in buildings all over the United States. Whether you're walking through the streets of Boston or visiting the White House in Washington, D.C., the Federal style is an enduring reminder of our country's rich architectural heritage.